Hello everybody, I hope you all are doing fine. On popular demand, I am making this video on how to live stream using a mobile device and OBS Studio. Now in this video, I will be using an Android 10 device with a Windows 10 Pro laptop. So in case you're using Apple devices, you will have to modify some of the steps, but they're all pretty similar. Also, all the links used in this video will be in the description below, so feel free to pause or skip to the parts of the video that you need. Thanks a lot. If you're new here, go ahead and like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch to join me on my live streams. I hope this video will be helpful to you guys. Head over to your browser and search for OBS Studio. Click on the first link, obsproject.com. Depending on which computer you're using, Mac or PC or Linux, go ahead and download your installer. Since I already have this software installed and currently using it for recording this video, I'm not going to go through with it, but it is comparatively easy. When you open OBS, you will see a screen like this. On the top, we have a preview window. Here we have a scene selection, we have a source selection, we have an audio mixer, we have a transitions, and we have some settings. First thing we want to do is connect our Twitch account. Go to settings, go to stream. Depending on which service you want to stream on, you can select Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Restream, Twitter. Since I'll be streaming on Twitch, I'm going to go ahead and click on Twitch and connect account. Next, go over to output. For beginner streamers, Twitch supports only up to 6000 kbps. So depending on your hardware and your internet connection, you can change it. If you go down, there's no problem. But if you go up above 6000, Twitch will be ignoring the remaining data coming in and it will be processing at 6000 kbps. Now, for me, QSV hardware works better, but you can also select software to X264. It might be a little bit more heavy on your computer, but QSV works for me. I prefer leaving audio bitrate to 192 because anything above that doesn't make sense because Twitch has a lot of compression. The next thing you'd want to set up is a recording. So go ahead and select your location. And you're going to want to select same as stream, because we don't want our computer to be encoding the same video file twice. But if you do have a powerful computer, you can go ahead and select the other ones. Format is better to be selected as MKV because MP4 and other formats might have some issues with recording and you might lose your data. So I'm going to go ahead and select MKV. Next, head on over to Advanced. Now remember, if you have a slightly weaker computer, go ahead and enable dynamically change bitrate to manage data congestion. This will prevent frames from being dropped by changing the bitrate on the fly, making your stream smoother, but sometimes a drop in quality will be noticed. Next, go ahead and select High for process priority. This will help in OBS maintaining a good stream. Next, we can go ahead and select Apply and OK. You should be seeing these two pop-up windows coming in. We can move these around and connect them to any other position on OBS. I like to keep it on the left and right. This is how you will be observing your chat and changing stuff on the stream on the fly. Next, go to Video and select your canvas resolution. Remember, this is not the output resolution, but the resolution of the elements on your stream. Next, select your output resolution. I suggest keeping it the same as your base resolution to prevent any extra load of scaling on your computer. Next, select FPS, 30 or 60 depending on your requirement and your PC's capabilities, and click OK. Setting up your stream using OBS is very easy. First, create a new scene, call it Stream. Next, go ahead and add your sources. First, I'm going to add my overlay. I'm gonna call it overlay and select my file. Make sure your overlay is transparent because it's gonna be on top of your game capture and we don't want anything to be covering up. Click OK. Now if your overlay and your canvas resolution is the same, we should be seeing it on a full screen. But in case you're not, go ahead and right click, fit to screen. Now click on the lock to prevent any accidental changes. Next, we're gonna add in our mic. Since I have an external mic using a sound card, under device, you're gonna have to select your audio interface. In my case, I'm using a sound card. Now click OK. Now we see an input. Make sure your input is below the red zone because we don't want our audio to be clipping. In settings, we have some filters. I suggest you to go ahead and turn on noise suppression and leave it at its default. This does the best job, and of course, we don't want noise coming in to our stream. Next, we can add more sources depending on what we want. We will be adding a browser source for our overlay in a bit, but do remember every source you add adds an extra load to your CPU, so be careful with what you add. Head over to your browser and search for streamlabs.com. Next, click on Login. Depending on which service you're streaming on, you can either log in with Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook. Since I'll be streaming on Twitch, I'm going to log in with Twitch. Once you have your dashboard, go to Alert Box. This is where we will be customizing the look and behavior of our widget. We can change the text, animations, and features of the widget. We can also test the widget. But for now, let's go ahead and copy the widget URL. Now head back to OBS and select Browser Source. Call it Alerts. Paste your URL in the box and check Control Audio via OBS. Click OK. You can move your widget anywhere on the stream. Make sure it's visible. Now, in order to hear the notification sound while you're streaming, go ahead and adjust the volume a little bit here and then go to Advanced Audio Properties and select Monitor and Output for your alerts and click Close. Now head back over to Streamlabs and click Test Follow. And there we go. We can test stuff like test hosting. And now you know if someone's hosting a stream. And subscription. Now you know when someone's subscribed. Now make sure this is not too loud on the stream because we don't want loud noises to suddenly pop up on stream, but keep it at an even 50 or 60%. Now there are a bunch of other widgets which we can add on the stream. We have chat box, donation goals, emote walls, media follower goals, viewer counts, and so much more for interaction with your viewers. So go ahead and add everything you want the same exact way you just did with your alert box. You just have to copy the URL, paste it as a browser source on OBS, and there you go. We have a chat box. Once we install the app, open it up. For now, I'm going to cancel this because we're not streaming, and open up the settings, preferences. Inside the streaming preferences, we have a few options. I will be streaming using USB, so make sure option B is checked on. In audio preferences, we can select internal or microphone and internal and adjust the volume of each of those. In video preferences, we can adjust the FPS, the resolution, and the bitrate. I keep it at 6000, but depending on this value, we will be having more delay on the stream, so keep it at 6000 for now. And we have another few options of auto rotate and force landscape. Trial and error, check out what works for you. Now there are a few options of enabling camera overlays, enabling chat overlays, enabling overlays and backgrounds, but all of these options are only useful when we are streaming directly from this app and not using OBS in between, so let's ignore those for now. Now go to settings, go to about phone, tap on build number a couple of times till it says you are now a developer. Then go back and enter developer settings, go to USB debugging, check on. Now this should be different in different devices, so a quick Google search should be helpful. Go ahead to your browser and paste the link. Now I do believe there will be a difference in procedure between Mac OS installers and Windows installers, but the procedures should be pretty easy. We just have to run a command line code and it should be running. So I'm going to open up the Windows version and open up this folder. I'm going to go ahead and extract this to my documents. Make sure to create a shortcut for this file right here. Start usb.bat, create a shortcut, cut the shortcut and go ahead and paste it on your desktop. Now this will be coming handy multiple times in between the stream in case it starts disconnecting. So all you have to do is reconnect your USB cable, run the command and go ahead and use it. Once you have that, your stream should be restarting. Now let's mirror the mobile device's screen. Click add new source, add a media source, call it mirror, check off local file and paste the URL in the input field tcp://localhost:5000. Make sure your link is the exact same as the one showing on the screen right now and click OK. And in a few seconds you should be able to see your screen. Transform to fit to screen and there you go. The last step is to go live, but before we go live, make sure your overlay is on top of your mirror here. If you have your mirror on top of your overlay, you might miss on some elements of your overlay. For example, my hand cam is not visible, but if I pull my overlay above my mirror, we can now see the hand cam. The next step is to give your stream a title, say test 1. And you can give a go live notification. This is the text that shows up on a person's notification on their phone. The next thing is to select your category. Go ahead and select your category. In my case, it's called Video Mobile. You can go ahead and add some tags, playing with viewers, challenge run, whatever you want. Select the stream language, English in my case. Go ahead and update information. And the last thing we gotta do is start streaming. Down here on the status bar, we can now see that we are live. We can see the health of our stream right here, and we can see the number of dropped frames, which is 0 for now. You can observe your CPU usage and your FPS. Okay, now let's go check out the stream. There we go, we are live. Now the last thing we might have to do is sync up the audio and video. Now because of using USB streaming, we will be having a little bit of lag coming in. For my case, it is about 1.2 to 1.5 seconds. So what I'm going to be doing is delaying my mic by 1.2 to 1.5 seconds. Now this is all trial and error, so you're going to have to try and play with it and use the recording feature, not always streaming. Use the recording feature and check out your audio video delays. So how we do that is go and head over to settings, click on advanced audio properties. From here we can add a sync offset value, which is nothing but adding a delay. To my mic, I'm going to be adding a 1200 millisecond delay. Remember, this is not in seconds, this is in milliseconds, so convert your seconds to your milliseconds, type it in, click close, and you should be good to go. Again, like I said, this is a trial and error. You're gonna have to figure it out for yourself. You're gonna have to use the recording feature to check out how much of a delay you need, and you're gonna have to check out the exact values. This will be different from person to person, hardware to hardware, depending on their specifications, but it will be there. And happy streaming. I hope this video helped, and if you guys have any questions with your streaming setup or issues with the setup, let me know in the comments and I will get back to you guys. And of course, if you guys are new here, go ahead and like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch to join me on my live streams. Let's have some fun. I'll see you guys in the next one.